I'm trying not to jinx this, I really am, but I'm going to repeat myself. Stocks are up for the third day in a row. Can we hold on to these gains as we go into the final hour of trading? Let's bring in Nicholas Wealth Management President David Nicholas. Hi, David.
Hey, Cheryl.
I'm trying to be, measured about this, but what kind of sign is this to you?
Yeah, I'm right with you, Cheryl. I mean, I love to see this rally that we're seeing this week in the market, but as investors, we just have to be careful that we don't have a false sense of security. I mean, I think it's refreshing to come in and what could possibly be a third day, but we still have to look at what's going on. I mean, oil at $25 it could still be an issue for markets. I mean, it's when you look at what's left, the market is essentially discounting any other negative information coming forward, and we have to ask ourselves, is the worst really behind us? And we pray it is, but I just have a feeling that the numbers are going to continue to get worse as we get into the coming weeks. So while the rally is fantastic, this is a great time to look at your portfolio and say, is this time that we can swap out and get some good quality names? But I just think there's still volatility to come. We just need to be careful. So I'm cautiously optimistic going forward.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I'm not saying, look, I agree with you. I'm not sitting here saying that I don't think we're going to have more volatility, more down days, and it's going to be an up and down process. They're already talking about another, like a fourth phase of stimulus for the economy. I mean, this virus isn't going away. At the same time, I think a lot of our viewers are smart enough to know that they're in this for the long term. A lot of talk from Fed Chairman Powell this morning. He was on the Today Show on NBC. He was talking about the fact, yeah, we're probably in a recession. That's the Federal Reserve Chairman saying that off the cuff to America. At the same time, he and former Fed Chair Ben Bernanke have repeatedly said the second half of the year will likely be good, because this is not a financial event. This is a medical event. It's a virus. Bernanke compared it to a snowstorm.
Yeah, and I think what the markets are looking for, there's really three things. There's the monetary policy, which we obviously have. We have an unlimited supply of monetary policy. We have the fiscal side of things, which we should see wrap up this week. So I think the third and final piece is really just, have we contained the virus? And I think, obviously we're not there yet, but I think 2 out of the 3, the markets are essentially saying, hey, look, we have 2 out of the 3. That is enough to provide some support to this market. So we'll see. But as investors, we just have to understand that we may see more volatility in the coming weeks. But I do think, hey, 2 out of the 3, we're in a much better situation now than we were even a week ago. So I am encouraged by that. But I also think this is a great time to sit down, reassess your risk. Right. When you have a name like Boeing that's up 80%, Chevron's up 30%. I mean, some of these names they've had massive moves this week. So it's a good time to look at the quality in your portfolio to see if anything needs to be.
Because there's still a lot of really quality companies out there. And Charles and I had talked about that last week. There's still a lot of great companies out there. It is not their fault. And the CEOs not only are they giving and trying to help Americans and help small businesses, they're keeping their employees on the payroll. Many are working from home. But at the same time, Apple and Microsoft and McDonald's, and these are all companies that investors aren't necessarily negative on. They're negative on the virus. How do you reconcile those two things?
Yeah, and I think for investors, this is really a first. So I think some of these big scale moves that we're seeing is really, we're trying to figure out, what does that exactly mean? Because in a traditional sense, if you woke up on a day that had 3 million unemployment claims and you looked at the market rallying 1,000 points, you'd say, what world did I just enter in? So I think some of this is unusual. It's unprecedented. So I just think Wall Street's trying to balance those two things. Ultimately, we're going to be higher from here a year from now, I think. But it's in the short term, how much pain can we accept? Yeah. So we just prepare for it. But I'm optimistic.
Well, we're trying here. David, thank you so much. I got to cut it short. I've got some breaking news to get to right now. David, thank you.